What about Askiya Muhammad? This was a West African ruler, the founder of the Songhai dynasty in West Africa, which is now modern day Mali and Senegal. This was someone who loved the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And listen to this story. Listen to this story. One time when he was going on Hajj, and he decided to go on Hajj. It's not the famous Hajj of Mansa Musa. Maybe some of you have heard about Mansa Musa and his famous Hajj, where Mansa Musa, would basically throw gold and gold coins at the people as he was going and traveling for Hajj. Askiya Muhammad was also very rich. And he also actually gives a lot in sadaqah, a lot in charity when he goes for Hajj. But something interesting about Askiya Muhammad, when he goes to Cairo, there are a number of scholars that he wants to meet. One of those that he meets is Imam Suyuti, Imam Jalaluddin Suyuti, one of the famous scholars during that period. And another person, another sheikh that he meets was a sheikh who had some of the relics of the Prophet ﷺ. And in particular, he had some of the hairs, the noble hairs of the Prophet ﷺ. And Askiya Muhammad, when he sees these hairs of the Prophet, he asks, he says, "Can I touch one?" And the sheikh, he takes one of the hairs and he gives it, he puts it in the hand of Askiya Muhammad. And Askiya Muhammad, when he sees that, because of his love for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and because of the hal that he was in, the condition that he was in, the state that he was in, what does he do? He takes the hair, just because of his love of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he takes that hair, he puts it in his mouth, and then he swallows it. He swallows the hair of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now, of course, this is not something that you and I do these things, but you can see here that this ruler, even though he was a king, who had gold mines and slaves and so much power, out of his love for the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, see what he does, see what his heart, turned him to do, encouraged him to do. I mean, these are just beautiful signs of people's love for the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam.